Welcome in Phantom's Journey.
Hello, hello. What's up, Togepi? Just in time, right as I was actually getting started. How are you? I think everything should be good. Let me check the audio really quick. Okay, it looks like we're getting levels for the game. It's pretty quiet, but it's just a tiny little UI noise. Anyways, so we're going to be continuing with our Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice playthrough. We are on Day 2 Investigation, Part 1. Looks like it's going to be a pretty long investigation based on the tutorials table of contents. I'm not a tutorial, I mean walkthrough, that's the word. Let's see. So let me try to remember what's happened so far. Just off the top of my head before we go through the evidence. So this is we've been playing as Apollo. Apollo got wrapped up in this dispute of the ownership over this relic that's like this crystal. The crystal is either the heirloom to some family, the Attition family, which is like this rich family from the same village Maya's from, or it is this ancient relic from the country that Maya was studying in Kaurain. And just trying to broad strokes it here. And so we went to court over that, and like us versus us and our client, which was Dirk, which is the leader of a rebellion group from that country. He thinks it's the Founder's Orb, while the Attition family says it's the heirloom. And Paul Attition was the guy who was representing the Attition family, basically. So he was trying to get ownership of the same orb. So when we went to court, we were actually going up against Phoenix, which is pretty crazy. So it was Phoenix versus Apollo, and over the orb. And through the course of the proceedings, let's see, broad strokes in it, basically it came down to the fact that the orb was the Founder's Orb, and that you, in order to get the Founder's Orb to work like the legend says, you need a spirit medium to set the orb on fire, which then reveals the face of the Founder, and then the spirit medium would then be given the name of the Founder. Then they should channel the Founder, and that's how you're supposed to get like the knowledge of the Founder. And then she bestows the power upon you. So that's sort of the big part about the orb that we figured out, kind of proving that it was the Founder's Orb, or at least that's what we were asserting. And as far as the other big thing is that the guy who died, there was this archaeologist or whatever, this scientist guy who was supposed to be studying the orb, and our client Dirk was supposed to get the orb from the guy, but he died. And during the course of our court battle, it kind of came out that he probably was murdered, and the person who was there, at least, I don't know that we actually proved that Paul did it, but we definitely proved that Paul was there, or we were accusing him, and we said that Army's I should say the daughter of the victim's wheelchair would have had his hand prints on it, so he would have his fingerprints on it. That was our big final moment, if I remember right. This is all just off the top of my head, but some of that could be off. But yeah, that's pretty much where we were at. And then I think we got the ruling of, like, at least that the Founder's Orb went to Dirk. He got the ownership of it, but I think that's a reball still is up, possibly for murder, and that's why we're going into investigation again, to try to actually prove that it at least wasn't Das, that somebody else did the murder. I think, maybe? Something like that? I don't know. But we can probably look at the evidence now. Okay, the game's got musically. Oh, sorry, Togepi. Let me read your message here. I'm good. Just was continuing to write my novel. Nice. Glad to hear that. Nearing the end of chapter 8. Making some progress. Hell yeah. Might actually be the quickest I've written a chapter in a while. Cool. Hell yeah. Hope that means that you're really into it, you know? Just really diving into it and getting into your own world and stuff. I know that's like when it's its most fun, I think, you know. Alright, let's see. Let's look at the chord record real quick. See if there's anything I can talk about that I missed. There's the Founder's Orb. We can look at it. See, yeah, they melted it by setting it on fire or whatever. All this stuff melts and goes down into the bottom. I guess maybe it's like wax or something. I guess you'd probably like hold it upside down to like reset it for the next person or whatever. It's honestly a pretty cool system. Okay, we this, I don't know how this will be relevant. I'm sure it'll come up at some point, but a photo of Apollo's father. Picture of my biological father, Jove Justice, who died in Bahrain. You gotta keep that in mind, because at some point that's probably gonna come up. Might be one of those things that, like, at the end, the sentimental piece of evidence that you have to display. Study photo. Attition saw Dats fleeing the scene the night of the murder. One of the books is stained with coffee. So there's the book that's stained with coffee and blood. That's the victim. He's Archie Buff. He has a daughter named Army Buff. And she's an Army Buff. Now that I got things I figured out finally, writing has been going more smoothly. Nice, hell yeah. That's cool. Study diagram. A diagram of the doctor's study. Note the bookcase. A large window and second floor area. There's that second floor area. We know that Army was like up here looking down because her dad was down here. I don't know if she saw her dad being dead, but I think she was up here at one point that night that he died. And then somebody wheeled her away. And so he died right here. Research notes on the Song of Ceremony and the box containing the Founder's Orb. So this is what we were looking at for the legend when we were looking at how to reveal the statue inside the orb. Offer the prayers of thy fervent as fire. So that's like a literal as fire. So you had to apply fire. Only then shall the Holy Mother return, meaning the statue will be revealed. Then descending upon us in all her glory, the Founder bestows the greatest power known. So the descending part, I guess, is basically channeling. That's the riddle there, I suppose. Oh, the audio might be crunchy. Okay, let me reset it real quick. Thank you. Appreciate you. I should always reset it at least once at the beginning of the streams. It seems like it always needs to be reset. Oh, wrong keyboard, dummy. Reset. Turn screen capture back on. Then just to be safe, we'll also restart that. Okay, so now it should be good. Let me know. Hopefully it should be nice and smooth. We good. Hell yeah, thank you. Really appreciate that. Okay, resource notes. Yeah, we talked about that. Orb transfer agreement states I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons if I come to no harm. Yeah, this is from the victim, Dr. Archie Buff, saying that he would give the orb over to them because I guess he must have thought that they were going to hurt him. Somebody made him think that, so this was not good for our argument. Because, yeah, I guess I didn't talk about it, but Dats, it's the guy we're defending. You know, we'll get to it after we're done with the evidence. We'll go over the profiles. Yeah, Sarge's drone. Sarge is Army Buff. She goes by Sarge when she's using her drone. A helicopter drone operated by the doctor's kid, equipped with a camera and a microphone. Email data obtained from the doctor's computer includes a report on his research into the Founder's Orb. Subject research report. I deciphered the patterns, but have yet to crack the riddle. The opaque crystal orb is the key. This is from politician Wimperson. He had said, Dr. Buff, how is your research coming along? Alright, let's see. Raincoat. This is what he was wearing. The doctor was when he went to go hide the orb. Seems the doctor wore this last night. Bears a distinctive yellow and green two-tone design. I feel like we're going to have to clean out our court record soon. Glowing moss stuck to the insole of the doctor's boot. It probably got there when he went to hide the Founder's orb. The doctor's reading glasses. The doctor's poor eyesight meant he couldn't read anything without these. They were found on his desk. Robbery report. A report filed a year ago by one Mr. Politician Whipperson for the theft of the crystal of Amy Faye. The crystal of Amy Faye was discovered to be missing from the Attition storehouse at 10 a.m. The storehouse lock has been picked. Politician Whipperson. Except to make all the evidence disappear. Give it to me, Apollo. Dr. Buff's autopsy report. Dr. Buff was struck with the corner of some object. The time of death is between 10 and 11 p.m. Time of death, May 15th, 10 to 11 p.m. Cause of death, cerebral hemorrhaging after being struck on the back of the head with the corner of an unidentified object. Army statement. She fled to her room when she realized someone had moved her while she'd been unconscious on the second floor. This is what I was talking about. She was right there. The night of the incident, Army fainted in the hallway above the coffee bar after witnessing the doctor burning the treasure. When she came to, someone was pushing her wheelchair. Frightened, she quickly fled to her room. That's what it was. Yeah, he wasn't like being murdered or anything. He was like burning the orb. That's right. He was figuring the riddle out. Okay, profiles. The wonderful Trucy, the wonderful Athena, the ever loyal Phoenix. There's Nayuta. There's Dirk, aka Apollo's daddy in a way. Archie Buff, the victim. Death's Reball, he's the guy we're defending right now. He's a member of the Defiant Dragons and Dirk's right-hand man, so that's why he's like close to us, because he's connected to Dirk. He's always been one to laugh at just about anything. My bad. Yeah, I think Apollo group kind of knowing him too. Emma. That's Politician Whipperson. He's looking to represent Kurain Village. His remarkable self-confidence is blinding. There's Army Buff. That's the daughter of the victim. The doctor's child, a self-styled sergeant. Her mother was ex-Russian military. And there's Maya, Mr. Wright's former assistant. She's currently training in Kurain. I'm told she can channel the dead. And she's actually currently being held hostage, apparently, which is a big part of the end of last week's episode. We found out that that was the reason why Phoenix couldn't allow us to say that Politician was the murderer, is because then they would do something to Maya. But we figured out, well, they can't do anything to Maya because in order to get the power that they want from the Founder's Orb, they have to use Maya because she can channel spirits, right? I think that's part of it. There's Miles Edgeworth. I feel like we haven't really seen Edgeworth very much. Did we get to see him last week? I mean, if he's in here, we must have seen him at some point. We need to see more Edgeworth, dude. And then there's Pearl Faye. We love her. Alright, I think we're ready to go forward. I am briefed. Do I have my water? Here it is. Make sure I sip on some water. Alright, May 17th. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 3. What do you mean Miss Faye is still being held hostage? And who's this mastermind? Politician Whipperson was nothing more than a puppet. His benefactor was the one pulling the strings. But I have no idea who they are. So all we know is it's the person he was trying to give the orb to? Right. He was just following orders. Whoever it is, it seems they really want to get their hands on the orb. So then, Miss Faye's abduction is the work of this so-called benefactor too. Right again. Whoever they are, they're in Kurain. Along with Maya. I wonder who they could be. Right. This Maya. The spirit medium you've been talking about. She wouldn't happen to be that bun-haired young lady who you defended back in Kurain. That's her. Why do you ask? I see. I think I know what's going on here. I've got good news for you, right? Maya's somewhere safe. That much I'm sure of. I'm afraid you've lost me. So that's who the little snot's patron is. It's all starting to make sense. That fool has no idea I'm here in the States with you all. Dirk, do you mind filling us in? Oh, hell yeah, Phoenix got a call. No caller ID. I wonder who's calling. Hello?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, yes? Let me start by thanking you for taking such good care of my subordinate.
Who is this?
I believe you know me as Mr. Attition's benefactor.
Ah. Come on, voice mod. Sounds like they're using a voice changer or something to disguise themselves. Oh shit, maybe I should be using a voice changer then. I mean, I'm using the one kind of voice changer. How would I go with... the deep one? I'll go with that one. People go with like a deep voice with these things a lot, right? Where's Maya? Is she safe?
I had my ears on today's proceedings. What a shock it was to hear that the key to solving the orb's riddle is a spirit medium. I admit, I did not see that coming.
Wait, did they plant a listening device in here somehow?
Nevertheless, don't think for a minute that it will guarantee Maya Fey's safety. She is not the only medium within my reach, you see.
You harm a hair on Maya's head and you'll have to answer to me. Right. Give it here a sec. Wait. Hey there. How's it going, stranger?
Who is this?
Why, it's your friendly neighborhood dragon. I just happened to be in the US on a little trip. Minister of Justice, Inga Krakul Karain. Inga? What? Maya's kidnapper. Is Karain's Minister of Justice? I told you it was gonna be that. That was the guy. I was gonna be the bad guy. I mean, we all knew that, right? As soon as we met that guy. Well, what you think you'd still be using a? Yeah, I guess he'd still be using the voice changer.
Dirk, is that you, you dirty turncoat? How in the... what in blazes is going on here?
Oh, you know, just popped over to the States for a little R&R. But enough about me, Inga. That was a poor excuse for a bluff you pulled just now. We both know your threats are as empty as your head. You can't lay a hand on Maya Fey, and I do mean that literally. What is he talking about? You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye.
My Faye ain't my only, how shall I say, insurance. You know, Dirk.
What?
I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kinds of things I could do, right? glad you're seeing things my way. Meet me in Arama's tomb tomorrow, 3 p.m. sharp. And you better come alone. Got it? If all goes well, the orb is all you need to get Maya Fey back.
Dirk, what's going on? You heard him. I had to get back to Karain at once. What? Why? No time to explain. But are you even going to make it? What if there are no seats left on the next flight? Plus, you're a wanted man. They're not going to just let you get on a plane. Let me worry about that, Mr. Justice. Who's this? Oh, it's Edgeworth. Hell yeah, dude. Let me worry about that, Mr. Justice. Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth? What are you doing here? Taking care of the hostage situation. Oh, now that you mention it. Pearl did say that she saw you around in Kurain Village. I had him look into a few things while I was on my way back from Karain. Including Maya's situation, of course. I was astonished to hear she was still in Karain earlier. But it explained why I found no connection between her and Mr. Atishan. Sorry to interrupt, but going back to the plane situation, I've taken the liberty of chartering one for us. It's ready to take off at any time. And I will do what's necessary to hide the fact that Dirk Sadamati is on board. Wow. Must be nice to be chief prosecutor. Right, we have no time to lose. You must head for Karain at once. Right.
I'm going too. After all, you're bound to need my help. No fair, I want to go too.
This isn't a vacation, Trucy. Besides, I'll need you to hold down the fort.
But Daddy...
Guess I should also only bring what's necessary. Sorry, Trucy, but would you mind holding on to this stuff for me? Unnecessary evidence foisted onto Trucy. That's funny. It has Dirk wear a trench coat and a fedora. Hell yeah, dude.
Fine, but you'd better bring back something besides just more evidence.
Excellent. Now, let us make haste to Karain. Alright, so the whole family's going. I mean, except Trucy. I mean, I shouldn't say that, because Trucy's not going. But a lot of us are. And that's how our sudden trip to the kingdom of Karain began. I never imagined I'd return to the country of my youth under such circumstances, though. May 18th, 2:30 p.m. Tempool Temple. That was a long flight. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon. Talk about cutting it close. The Kingdom of Karain. This is no time to reminisce, but I gotta say, this place sure brings back memories. Hurry up, Apollo. I'm right behind you. Amara's tomb is located in the courtyard of Garon Palace. We should have just enough time to get there.
Then let's sprint there. Think you can keep up, Apollo?
Sure, no sweat. I'll contact the royal family and the local police and inform them of our arrival. Thanks, Edgeworth. Okay, I guess we're moving. We're moving and grooving to the royal residence. Oh, so beautiful. May 18th, 2:45 p.m. Garon Palace. Royal residence. I wasn't made for all this running and climbing and near drowning I've done this week. It's 2:45. Only 15 minutes left. See that cylindrical building rising in the distance? That's Amara's tomb. Amara. Wasn't that the previous queen? The one who was assassinated? Yes. And I'm the one they pinned it on. It'll take a few minutes to get to the tomb from here. So you have returned, Barbed Head. Oh, so you have returned, Barbed Head. Ugh. Took me a second. I was like, who called him Barbed Head? I've seen her before on the news. If I remember correctly, this is the Crown Princess Raifa Padma Karain. She's Padme.
What are you people doing here? This is the royal residence. Commoners are not allowed entry without permission.
A prosecutor from the States should have already called and requested permission for us to enter. As to why we're here, Your Benevolence, have you seen Minister Inga?
If you seek my father, I just saw him heading toward Amara's tomb.
Was he with anyone? You know, like some shady-looking underlings or something?
No, he was alone. Why do you ask?
Looks like she has no idea about Miss Faye's abduction.
You hear that? I think we have company.
Bow down before her glory! Her Eminence Queen Garon, Grand Priestess of Karain, approaches. Huh? Garon? Ah, it's Queen Garon.
Guards. Surround Amara's tomb at once.
Yes, Your Eminence! Why do they do that? Dihara Garon. What's she doing? Is she going to help us? Excuse me, Your Eminence.
So, our barbed-head lawyer returns. May we presume you are here for Maya Fey, the spirit medium who has been abducted?
Yes, you may.
Allow us to apologize for the criminal actions of our husband.
Oh, no need to apologize for him.
Honestly, Inga, abducting a guest in our country, how could you? Father, abducted someone?
Your Eminence, what about those soldiers over there? This seems like it's like too easily on our side here. This seems like a trap, dude.
They are the Garon Royal Guard, soldiers who serve the crown and no other.
Royal Guard?
They are an elite force selected from only the most loyal and outstanding of our subjects.
And why have you ordered them to surround the tomb?
The police will not come if it is my husband who is committing the crime. We shall have to storm the tomb and take Minister Inga into custody ourselves.
What? You mean... God, no. His hostage is in there.
Dirk! How dare you set foot in the palace? Have you come to turn yourself in?
Listen, we need to call a truce for now.
Garon Royal Guard, seize this traitor of the crown.
As you wish, Your Eminence. Resist and you die! Wait a second. Slow down there, Garon.
I'm here to conduct a hostage exchange. But if you take me now, Maya Fey is good as dead. A hostage exchange? And why would he choose to do such a thing with you? We can talk about it later. Right now, I need to get in there before it's too late. If I can't resolve this in 20 minutes, you can storm the place. Now then, if you'll excuse me. What a crazy turn of events. Dick, wait! Guards, allow the insurgent Dirk Sadmani to pass. Barbed Head, you have some explaining to do. Right. Well, while we're waiting here... Apollo, why don't you explain this situation? What? Me? Leave nothing out, Hornhead, or I'll dehorn you where you stand. Hornhead? She doesn't waste any time coming up with nicknames. And what's with the attitude? Her father's the one who abducted Miss Fey. Okay, so we gotta talk to her, I guess. Hostage taking by Inga. Of how we're casually talking to Garon. Yeah, it seems crazy because she was like, nobody would like talk to her before, right? She was like so mysterious, it seemed like. Hostage taking by Inga. Do my ears deceive me, or did I hear talk of my father abducting someone? Oh, you heard right. He abducted Maya Fey, and... Insolent fool! Pardon my rudeness. A gentle soul such as my father could not possibly have committed such a crime. Gentle? You think he's gentle? I'm afraid it's true, your benevolence. He's holed up in that tomb as we speak. Really? I find this difficult to believe. Why would he do such a thing? Okay, I'm just gonna talk about the man. Your benevolence? You saw your father heading toward the tomb? I did. I was over on that, veranda, deep in thought, when I saw him hurrying toward the tomb. I'd say it was about 10 minutes ago. Why was he rushing? Maybe he was worried he'd be late? Did you see anyone else heading for the tomb? I saw no one else after he entered. So Minister Inga and Miss Fey are the only ones in there besides Dirk? Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if he had a minion or two with him. Dirk. I sure hope he's all right. It's only been 5 minutes? It feels like an eternity. Patience, Apollo. Patience. May 18th, 3:20 p.m. Garon Palace, Royal Residence. It's been almost 20 minutes. What's taking Dirk so long? The appointed time has come. Our royal guard shall now storm in. Can't you wait just a little longer? No, we cannot. Every second we wait puts the hostage's life in even more danger. Therefore, we see no alternative but to order the guards to storm in. But that'll put Mrs. Fey's life in danger too. Guards! Storm the tomb and seize Minister Inga, along with the insurgent Dirk Sadmati. Yes, your eminence! What? Dirk's under arrest too? Naturally. That traitorous snake assassinated my predecessor, Queen Amara. Now go, seize them both. Rah! We're going in! Follow me, men! For her eminence, or Dihara Garon! I hope no one gets hurt.
Your Eminence!
What the? Why are they running back out? What is the meaning of this?
Something terrible has happened! Dirk! The minister!
Uh-oh, what happened?
He's dead!
What's this?
What?
Apollo, quick! I'm right behind you. No one enters without Come, let's see what has transpired.
Yes, Your Eminence!
May 18th, Garon Palace. Amara's tomb. Dude, like, wait, who all is dead? What's going on? It's gonna be like Maya murdered both of them. She's gonna get it freaking blamed on her somehow too. It's gonna be a freaking cluster. Where's Dirk? Apollo, over there. Oh, damn, dude. Dirk? Well, that's pretty damning. Dirk! What have you done? Apollo? Look! So it is Mr. Inga who has fallen? Guards, seize this murderous man at once!
Yes, Your Eminence! Surrender now or perish, rebel scum!
No, wait! Ah! Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Whoa, my arm!
Dirk! They're taking him away. Ow! Dirk just threw something at me. Wait, this is the... Is he telling me to keep this safe?
Nick? Is that you?
Scene was so gruesome they couldn't... Yeah, they couldn't animate it yet. There's just so much blood. Oh my god. Hold on. Maya! Are you alright?
Dirk, he saved me. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open.
Maya! Minister Inga, the man behind Miss Faye's abduction, had been killed. And Dirk was arrested for his murder. So it was that abduction of Maya Faye... Wait. So it was that the abduction of Maya Faye came to a sudden and unexpected resolution. With this, the curtain fell on the minister. But things were far from over. May 18th, Garon Palace, Royal Residence. Dude, some shit is going down.
Apollo, what happened?
I can't say for sure. But from what I can tell, it seems Dirk has killed Minister Inga.
What? You think he did it to save Miss Faye?
Most likely. But who knows? I'm really confused right now.
My father, this cannot be. I must see for myself.
You're benevolent. We cannot allow you to pass.
Fools, stand aside.
Forgive us, but we have direct orders from Her Eminence, Queen Garon.
Oh, Father. Oh, Father. Dirk, you will pay for this.
Apollo, let's go regroup somewhere. Yeah. Dirk, it wasn't really you that did it, right? May 18th, Temple Temple.
Are you okay, Apollo?
Yeah. Edgeworth's speaking with the local police, so let's sit tight until he returns. Okay. I know you must be in a state of shock right now, but I need you to stay with us, Apollo. He's right. I can't go to pieces now. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'll be fine. May 18th, Temple. Right. Mr. Justice, I'm afraid I have some bad news. It looks like things will only get more complicated from here. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what's happening with Dirk? It's got like a Windows notification sound, but I don't know where it came from. As I understand it, he has been officially charged with the murder of Minister Inga. He has? However, I did manage to get us permission to investigate the crime scene. And I expect we'll be allowed to visit Mr. Sadmati shortly. Thank you. I'm sure glad Prosecutor Edgeworth is here with us. Also, it just so happens that Detective Sky is here in Karain. So I have asked her to assist with our investigation. What? What's she doing here? Seems Prosecutor Sadmati has grown quite fond of her. He's been ferrying her all around all over the place. A few days here, a few days there. They've almost become a team of sorts. Oh, interesting. Despite what Nayuta says, seems he thinks highly of Emma's skills. Yes, it's her skills. That's what he's after. I was giving you a notification about what was going on with Turkey. Apparently, it was Edward's phone that I heard.
So what now, Apollo?
I think I'll go pay Dirk a visit at the detention center. I want to go check in on Maya at the hospital. What about you, Athena?
Well, if there's footwork to be done, I'd better stick with Apollo to give him a hand.
Very well, then I will accompany Wright. Okay, we'll go our separate ways for now. All right, if anything comes up, you have my cell number.
Do you know your way around here, Apollo?
It's been over 10 years since I left, but I'll try not to get us hopelessly lost. And just don't let Maya decide where to go, right? She's the one who'll get you lost. Let's see. On the move. Go to the detention center. See if we can't talk. Yeah, I didn't expect him to be here yet. Maybe we can still talk to him. May 18th, detention center. Visitors room. There he is. Apollo, here to see your old man, are you? Dirk, are they done interrogating you? Nope. The fun hasn't even started. I imagine they'll really rake me over the coals, though.
I don't even want to think about how harsh their interrogation method would be.
Yeah, that's nothing compared to what they'll do if they find him guilty. They've branded me a terrorist who killed the previous queen and now the justice minister. If found guilty of these crimes, I'll be facing a very public execution. But public execution? This is worse than I thought. Yeah, don't take the advice of lead ya astray. Yeah, God, that would totally be the name. Lead ya astray.
Come on, son. Turn that frown upside down. You'll jinx us. As soon as I get out of here, I'll take you to that tasty hash house I know. I'd like that. I really need to focus on what happened. Time to switch to work mode. Dirk, can you tell me what happened? Oh, and there's also something I want you to take a look at. Okay, what do we want to take a look at? Oh, the Founder's Orb. We want to ask him about that because he gave it to us. I see you got it safely out of the tomb. Why did you throw it at me like that? I want you to listen carefully, son. The orb must not fall into Garon's hands. Not ever. I thought Minister Inga was the one who was after it. He was the one who lent it to Professor Buff to study, after all. So haven't you exposed his crime now? I have, but there's more connected to this relic than meets the eye. Much more. And whatever it is, I can't help feeling that it could turn this entire kingdom upside down. You said something like that before. Looks like Dirk's intuition is at it again. Garon will do anything to retrieve this. So guard it well, son. At least until tomorrow's trial. Okay. The incident. Yeah, that hash house, though, the smell takes a little getting used to. Smoking that hash house? Is that what you're is that what you're interpreting it? The smell? Dirk, what happened in there? Yeah, there you go. I hear that. You didn't really kill Minister Inga, did you? Well, the thing is, I really don't know. Huh? What if he got possessed by the lady who he was accused of murdering? Because Inga's the one that actually murdered her too. And it was like a revenge thing. That could be kind of interesting. It's too good not to make. Yeah, hell yeah. I remember seeing the mural of the founder right as I entered the tomb. But I got all dizzy immediately after that. It was crazy. It was like I was super friggin' baked, man. Shouldn't have hit that hash house up. Oh, jeez. Next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. And covered in Inga's blood. So you don't remember meeting with him? No. The last thing I remember after entering the tomb is feeling really dizzy.
There's no way he can explain what happens if he can't remember anything.
Yeah. I suppose there's no getting out of this one. But we can't give up yet. I was just messing with you, son. Well, stop. It's not funny. Sorry. Sheesh. Nothing seems to faze him. Not even being arrested for murder. This is going to be one tough case, Apollo. Not only have I been charged with Inga's murder, but I've also been charged with Amara's assassination from 23 years ago. You're on trial for 2 charges? Garon is Garon is practically licking her chops just thinking about my public execution. Guess it means we can't afford to lose our heads. I don't know how you can laugh at a time like this. So, son, I take it you'll be defending me at my trial. Of course. You can count on me. That's my boy. Looks like your nerves are as steely as those vocal cords of yours. After all, you've got the Defense Culpability Act to contend with too.
Oh, right. So if you're found guilty, then I'll be charged with the same double homicide, huh? Don't tell me you forgot about that. I'll be fine. I just have to make sure we win this one. You sure? Because you don't sound very fine.
Apollo? What was that about an assassination 23 years ago?
23 years ago. About that incident 23 years ago. That was when the previous queen, Amara, was assassinated, wasn't it? Yes. Someone set her private residence on fire. She lost her life in the ensuing blaze. And you were arrested for the crime?
Why would they arrest you, Mr. Sadmati? Weren't you just a lawyer back then? What relation could you have with that queen?
About that. Amara was, well, she was my wife. I may not look the part, but I was once husband to a queen. In short, I was royalty.
What? No way! Are you saying you won the heart of the reigning queen?
Come on, you're talking to a guy who honed his prowess against witnesses on the stand. Even a queen is no match for this dragon's glare.
Wow, you're really something else.
So was a verdict ever reached, Dirk? I acted as my own attorney and won. Until I was accused of fabricating evidence, that is. Then it all went south. Now, where have I heard that story like that before?
What happened after that?
I made a run for it.
You ran? But why?
I didn't kill Amara, and I didn't fabricate any evidence. But if I had stuck around for a retrial, I'd have been found guilty for sure. Couldn't allow that to happen. Amara's true killer would never face justice if I did. So I left my law practice behind and went underground. But that was 23 years ago. Are you telling me that after all these years, you still haven't discovered the truth? Yeah. The fact that it was an arson means that the crime scene was reduced to ashes. There's little in the way of evidence left. It's just been brick wall after brick wall. I guess that means it's all up to me to figure it out, huh? Along with Minister Inga's murder, of course. I think I'm going to be sick. Come on, son, don't look so down. With you on the case, it'll work out somehow. I hope he's right. Say, son, do you remember my office? Sure. I remember that messy, dimly lit room. The file I've amassed on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there? Let me think. I recall going through a manhole. How could I not, Dirk? I hated how I always had to get so dirty getting there. And that stench. That old case is important too, but I should probably focus on the minister's murder first. I'm afraid your time is up. Oh, it's Nayuta. I thought it was the bailiff guy. Nayuta! It's time for the prisoner's interrogation. So be gone, you putrid-headed criminal abetting lawyer. Wait! Don't tell me! You're the prosecuting attorney!
What? But that would mean...
That's like his son, dude.
Is there a problem here?
You bet there is. He's your father.
And your point is? My relation to the accused is irrelevant. The fact remains, I am a prosecutor.
No, that's not what I don't think I'm getting through to him.
Nayuta, long time no see, son. How have you been? Look, I hear you've been serving Garan, rather faithfully, in fact. Whatever happened to our dream of taking her down and changing this country, son? The past is the past. What do you mean? Why are you doing this? It's simple. People change. The Nayuta you knew exists no more. Listen, son. I don't know what made you change like this. But you're still my boy, even if you prosecute my case. The rest of the Defiant Dragons and I eagerly await your return. Whenever you're ready, we'll welcome you back with open arms. As I said, I've moved on. Now, let us waste no more time, for flowers do not blossom simply from talk of the past. Nayuta. Why do I get the feeling there's something he wants to say but can't? Guard, would you move the accused to the interrogation room?
Sir, yes, sir. This way, you rebel scum. You piece of shit. Ow, watch it. Not so rough, will ya?
Nayuta? Is he seriously going to prosecute his own father?
What the fuck, man?
Alright, let's see. Where do we want to go? Guess we need to go somewhere else. I'm going to take a quick restroom break while we're at this little bit of a stopping point. And then we'll continue after that. He wants to curse but can't since it's a T-rated game. Yeah. You only get like maybe a couple of dams and stuff. Maybe a shit. You don't get the big ones. None of the big ones. Alright, I'll be right back. Take a restroom break here, but don't go away because we'll be continuing the investigation after this.
I got Donkey Kong, and now I'll get you too, Junior. I'm Donkey Kong Jr., and that's my papa. I'm trying to save him, and boy, do I need your help.
Nintendo's Donkey Kong Jr., the arcade game, is now the Super Home video game.
Save your papa, huh? Save yourself first! He's chasing me with snapping jaws, and I could fall.
Help Donkey Kong Jr. save his papa on your ColecoVision, Atari 2600 VCS, or Intellivision video game system.
Game players everywhere, please help me save my papa.
Guys? Is there a stream happening here? I don't see anybody.
Think, Miles, think! If Mr. Keys killed the double, then the murder could only have occurred when the two met face to face. What he had with him at the time must be the real murder weapon.
And I've been saying it for like 20 minutes at least. Edgeworth, listen to me. Listen to Domworth. That's definitely PS1 Hagrid right there. I gotta turn my head just right. Hey, Harry, you're a wizard, Harry. Come on down here and pet Buckbeak. Come here, little wizard Noah. Come here and get closer to me polygons. His mouth is moving like he's trying to say something, but it's delayed like a Godzilla movie. Oh yeah, because it's constantly like I. He's not ever saying anything.
It's HQ. I'm really lucky to get the opportunity to work down here.
I'm trying to shake her.
Hey,
I'm trying to shake her.
we'll end up working together at
I can't shake her. I can't shake her, dude. And it just slots in just like this. Bloop, 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 bloop. It just done and spinning and spinning and spinning.
Oh man, that's good. That is rich. Nice try, Stella.
Feel like a bird, go up to the tree branch and just let it go. There you go, you know, let it go. I'm like a bird, I'm gonna shit away. Those cheeks. It looks legit like a butt sticking out of his. Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Stella.
I was thinking about it.
That guy has no face!
Last night.
A gun? Can I have it? Well, he must have had man parts because for some reason in that movie, when she has the wolf children, when they conceive the wolf children babies, for some reason he's in wolf form. He's in fucking wolf form while they were doing it to have the wolf children. Why? He can turn into a human. And spinning. You little cutie. I'll see you later. He's too stupid to walk through doors, stupid. Just kidding. I don't know anything about that warehouse. I had nothing to do with the kidnapping after all. What noise do moths make other than their wings and body slapping against? That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, she's making a horrible noise. I'm like, what was it like? It's like, I don't. Is that a fucking moth in there, dude? You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record spinning right round, round, round. I got Gob Chan. Yeah, I bet I can make him twerk it. Check it out. I'll do a mouth twerk as well. Here, we can both do it. Honestly, probably gonna be getting some new hardware for some cooking streams soon. Where did that clapping come from? Did someone play an applause thing? I didn't. Is that a thing? And heal, 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 heal. Oh fuck! God damn it! What? I hit the fucking It's. That's what it is for sure. My guy's like, oh god, please no, guys, I have a family. Oh! Dum do do, dum do do. Objection. Domm right objects to me doing that. No, you thought it was funny. Oh, fist bump? Hell yeah! Dude, it just fist bump and faded me, dude. Did you see that?
There's no escape this time. You know that. You want to know why I go after pretty little things like you? No one's gonna miss you. It's as simple as that. There's always more of you. Ladies of the night. You're all dimes a dozen. Replaceable. Forgettable. Dead.
Prepare thyself well, Dragon Warrior. Thy most challenging quest ever awaits. Go with speed, but go with patience. Seek out an arsenal, a dragon scale, a torch, and magic herbs. Use wisdom and cunning to choose thy commands, for the Dragon Lord is a fierce rival. Horrible and treacherous minions all guard the evil one's island. Art thou ready, young one?
Yes, King Lord.
And so begins a new epic, Dragon Warrior.
Nintendo, now you're playing with power.
Watch Zelda become a legend on your Nintendo Entertainment System.
Zelda! After us! Which way to go? Good time. Pee hand! Reverse! Zelda! Zelda! Zelda!
Alrighty. Sorry about that. Took a bit longer than I thought I would. But I refreshed my water. So we're ready to go. Alright. On with the investigation. And we were choosing where to go after we talked out dark. Temple. It's like our HQ. Nothing new here, it looks like. So let's stay on the move. Back to the royal residence. You think they'll let us in there yet? Ezra said he got us permission, right? What if we examine this area? Oh, yeah, we got some stuff we can look at here, right? Look at this. Footprints! Are these Inga's footprints? They appear to be heading toward the tomb.
Didn't Princess Rayfa mention something about that? You know, something about him rushing over to the tomb before we arrived?
I wonder if he had accidentally dozed off before the exchange or something. There's a little spill here, a little accident. This overturned urn has spilled water everywhere. Everything around it is soaking wet.
Don't look at me.
Rightly or wrongly, I'm guessing Athena is the type who gets blamed for a lot of things. And the more people accuse her, the more defensive she becomes. Even to the point of preemptively denying any wrongdoing.
I said it wasn't me.
I never said it was. That's pretty funny. Somebody got a little carried away decorating this place. There's a golden lion keeping watch at the entrance. That frog looks like it's cowering under the lion's glare.
Really? Because to me, it looks like the frog is glaring at the lion.
Come on, Athena.
How does that make any sense? Huh? I just call them as I sees them.
I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree. With the frog. Vibrant lotus flowers floating on still waters. Butterflies dancing about. It's almost supernatural in its beauty.
And at the center of it all rises the tomb where Amara's soul slumbers. Makes you wonder if that bridge there is a gateway to the hereafter.
Yeah, especially after both Dirk and Inga crossed that bridge earlier. Make a butterfly.
Ooh, look at those flowers. They'll give the whole house such a cute vibe. I wonder if this is where Princess Reva lives.
I doubt it. She doesn't look like the type to decorate with cute flowers. I mean, I may not know her well, but she seems awfully serious and snobby. I bet she uses nothing but roses and peonies? Ponies? Peonies? I don't know how to say that one. Stuffy old people flowers, you know? Hold on. Peonies? Peonies. Peonies. And peonies. Okay, I see that in that word. Peonies. I've never heard of that, though. Well, I'm not a flower guy. I bet she uses nothing but roses and peonies. Stuffy old people flowers, you know?
Apollo. Guess it's too much to ask that you not judge a book by its cover, huh?
What's that supposed to mean? Oh, she likes to decorate her place with a man eating flowers. Yeah, exactly. Because she's a man eater. The previous queen, Amara, was laid to rest in her own private tomb. Pretty impressive.
They say it cost some 800 million to build and took 400 workers 5 years to complete. Special memorial rites were also conducted at various points of its construction.
That's quite an undertaking.
It was built with decorations from her devoted subjects and royalty of neighboring countries. It ended up giving a huge boost to the national economy.
Wow. Queen Amara must have been one charismatic lady. Lots of friends. The palace of Queen Gara is built to impress. Its white walls and gold ornamentation lend it to an imposing air.
It makes Minister Inga's residence look downright humble by comparison.
Yeah, it shows the difference in their tastes. And which one wears the pants, so to speak. Wearing the pants. I haven't heard that expression in a while. I guess that's all I can find here. Mars tomb. The crime scene. May 18th, Garon Palace. Amara's tomb. So this is the tomb of Amara, the previous queen of Karain. It's really lavish. I guess you could say it's fit for a queen.
Is the faceless woman in the mural over there Amara?
No, that's the Holy Mother. She's the one who brought spirit channeling to Karain.
Oh, right, the woman in the orb.
Oh, it's you two getting right down to business, I see. Is it Nayuta? Oh, no, it's Sima.
Getting right down to business, I see.
Hi, Emma. We heard you'd give us a hand if we needed it.
Yep, Mr. Edgeworth asked me to help where I could. So it's been quite a while since you've been back in Coleraine, I hear.
Yeah, more than 10 years, in fact.
Well, you sure didn't waste any time. I mean, you're already mixed up in a murder. You're as big a trouble magnet as Mr. Wright.
Please don't say that. My luck's already bad enough as it is. Imagine being so rich that each person doesn't get a room on a given property, but their own little house, right? Yeah. That is lavish, dude.
I hear Prosecutor Saad Mahdi has requested your services again. He seems to have really taken a liking to you.
Oh.
You mean his ephemeral holiness? Much. I don't mean that he approves me and my abilities. It's just his people skills need some serious work. But when he manages to smile and compliments my work, it's hard to say no. Plus, working on investigations by flying back and forth between here and my home every few days, that's been tough, and the lack of sleep has been brutal on my skin. To make matters worse, the defendant in my case somehow I know. I mean, you could... Oh, damn it. Munch. I can't keep up, Emma. Munch.
Sounds like they've got one complicated prosecutor-detective relationship going on. She likes him but hates him at the same time, it seems like. She's working through it. Let's talk about the incident. Emma, have you determined the cause of death?
Blood loss from a stab wound. A single stab in the back was enough to cause the victim to bleed to death. The estimated time of death is 3 p.m., which is when Dirk came onto the scene.
Inga's autopsy report added to the court record. Stabbed from behind. Cause of death is blood loss. Time of death is approximately 3 p.m. Sorry, 1 second. Here we go. She's working through her relationship problems by bringing on, binging on snackoos. Yeah, well, too many snackoos there, girl. Better watch your, sugar intake. You know what I'm saying? Any suspects besides Dirk?
No, he, Maya, and the minister were the only ones here. And Maya has been tied up until she was free by the Queen's Royal Guard.
Could someone have been hiding somewhere in here?
Not likely. I was told this tomb was searched from top to bottom right after the murder. And during that time, the Royal Guard set up a perimeter to prevent anyone from escaping. In other words, the crime scene was completely sealed off? It would appear so.
No way for a third party to escape without being spotted, so... Great. It's another one of those convoluted locked room mysteries. Let's talk about the victim. About the victim, Minister Inga. He was the kingdom's Minister of Justice, correct?
Yes, Inga Karakul Coleraine was the second most powerful figure in Coleraine. Plus, he was married to the Queen.
Seems strange that someone of his status would abduct someone.
Apparently, he only told a few of his most loyal subordinates about his plan. That way, there was a little chance of the police or even the Queen finding out.
What was Inga hoping to gain by getting his hands on the orb?
That I don't know, but I'm working on it.
Wonder if it really was for what politician Wimperson said. I must deliver it to my benefactor at all costs. What do they want that relic for anyway? It's something to do with that old legend. My patron seeks the great power said to be granted to whoever solves its secret.
A great power that is said to be bestowed upon whoever solves the orb's secret. In Karain, only those who can channel spirits are said to be fit to rule. Was that why Inga wanted such power? Did he want to be king?
Talk about Amara's tomb. So this is the tomb of the previous queen?
Yes, Queen Amara was laid to rest here. She lost her life in an arsonist blaze. What a tragic end. I heard this tomb sits on the actual site of her residence before it was burned down. They built it on the same spot so her soul could rest in peace.
So this is where the fire happened, huh?
Why do they think Minister Inga was holding Miss Faye captive here? It's the perfect spot, if you think about it. It's close to his private quarters, which made it easy to keep an eye on his prisoner. And the courtyard is only open to royal family, so he had little fear of prying eyes. Plus, the tomb is normally locked, and only the royal family is allowed access. So that's why he picked this place.
How long had Miss Faye been held captive?
About 6 days.
Really? That long?
It appears that she was severely weakened by her prolonged confinement. She passed out as soon as she was freed, and is now on an IV drip at the hospital. She's been asleep ever since. Poor Miss Faye. I hope she gets better soon.
Emma, do you mind if I start looking around?
Sure, I've already got the okay. Knock yourselves out. Oh, and here. It's a diagram the police drew of the tomb. I thought I'd give you a copy to help your investigation along.
Thank you. Tomb diagram added to the court record. Diagram of the crime scene. Amara's sarcophagus is in the very center of the room.
Oh, and let me know if you need my forensic expertise. Don't you dare keep all the fun yourselves, you hear?
You don't need to worry about that. Besides, I hardly classify this as fun. Time to look around. It looks like the Holy Mother was painted here to watch over Amara's sarcophagus.
So it's like the tomb is protected by the founder? That must be so reassuring to those she left behind.
Only one problem. They didn't paint the eyes she needs to do said watching.
Come to think of it, she doesn't have a mouth to smile down on the tomb with either. It's actually kind of creepy. I wonder if being watched over by something like that gives the queen nightmares.
Hey, keep that up and the founder just might come and watch over you too. So this is Amara's sarcophagus. Let's take a closer look. One moment, switching to standing mode on my desk here real quick. Alright, let's see. Let's take a closer look. Can we move the little curtain here? Are we going to see a dead body? I don't want to see no dead body.
Hey, these curtains open, Apollo.
Oh, interesting. There's a little keyhole. That's one big sarcophagus.
They say the mummy of Amara, the former queen, rests inside.
A mummy, huh? Rats, it's locked. Jeez, Apollo, you're trying to open it up right away?
Hey, don't touch that.
You mean we can't search inside it?
Not a chance. Besides, it's not something anyone tried opening anyway.
What if the real killer's hiding inside?
Hey, anyone in there? Don't do that. You're going to get us cursed. Cursed? The queen likely bears a grudge towards the living after such a violent, painful death. So no one dared touch the sarcophagus for fear of incurring her wrath. Oh no, Apollo! What am I going to do?
Don't look at me.
In any case, the sarcophagus is temperature controlled. It's kept really cold to preserve the mummy. So even if someone did decide to hide inside it, they would eventually freeze to death.
I see. Still, if they bundled up, I bet a person could hide in there for a little while. He's really hitting on that, so that must be a part of it, huh? The game is doing a little nudge there, I feel. I'm feeling that nudge. Athena knocks on the tomb. Someone knocks back. Everyone starts freaking out. I mean, I would, dude. Holy shit. Okay, nothing else at the tomb then? Okay. We're at the sarcophagus. Look, one of the statues is broken.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to see from here.
Let's check it out when we get a little closer. What else can we see from this angle first?
Welcome in Ice the Unknown Ranger.
Yo, what up, Ice? That would be Athena. Yeah. How's it going, man? Good to see ya. It's full of ash. My guess would be this is an incense burner.
Hey, look, Apollo. There's something in the ashes.
Let's see what it is. Oh, look at that. Shiny. Is that a gemstone? Wonder what it's doing here.
I've got this one covered, Apollo. Would you like to hear my brilliant theory?
Well, I guess it wouldn't do any harm.
You know how people make wishes by throwing coins into a fountain?
You know, on second thought, I'm good.
What? You sure you don't need to hear my theory? I was just about to get to the good part.
It's just, let's just ask Emma. That'll be much quicker. Excuse me, Emma. What's this gemstone doing here?
Oh, that. It's not a gem, it's a button. Albeit a very expensive one, from the victim's jacket. Must have fallen off and gotten in there somehow.
Seems like evidence. See? Every puzzle has an answer, Athena.
Well, I thought my idea was pretty good. Wait, what's with this soot? See here, on the gemstone?
Hey, yeah, you're right. Gemstone added to the court record. Inga's button discovered in the ashes of the tomb's incense burners, caked in soot.
You smell like shit and poo.
Okay, the chicks put themselves to be for the first time, or the chicks put themselves to bed for the first time tonight. Nice, hell yeah. Getting them all trained up, huh? I'm gonna search through these ashes some more. It's full of ash. They must burn the incense in here.
So I was wondering, Apollo, did the ash come from the incense sticks that were burned in this? Or do people put their incense in after it was already ash in here to hold them up?
Wait, or do people put their incense in after there's already ash in here to hold them up? Oh, I see what you're saying. Don't be silly, Athena. The answer's simple. The ash is the product of prayers from the countless visitors who came here. It's not a chicken or egg kind of thing.
Oh, that's an interesting take on it. It's so much more poetic than mine.
And that is all there is here. It's like a small army of monks, all neatly lined up. Looks like they're facing the sarcophagus in prayer.
If you look carefully, each one has a slightly different expression.
I wonder if they've used real people as models.
Some are frowning and some are smiling. There's one that looks like he's trying his hardest not to burst out laughing.
Really? I wonder why.
Maybe it's like those times when things are so intense you can't help but laugh. You know, like at funerals and stuff.
They went through all the trouble of depicting that? Talk about going overboard. There's a painting up there, but I can't see it very well from here. Looks like we're ready to turn. Turn our perspective. Oh, there's blood!
Wow, it's covered in blood.
With the blood spatter this large, it must have gone all over the killer, too. Come to think of it. Dirk was covered in blood. There was blood on Dirk's clothes.
The circumstantial evidence points to Dirk being the killer.
That's what I'd conclude if I were a cop, too. Why are things always so bleak for me? The sarcophagus is surrounded by a curtain. I bet someone could have hidden behind it.
True, but that's one of the many places the Royal Guard checked after storming in. Wow, they're really thorough. Yes, well, apparently one of their members loves mystery novels. He peered into every nook and cranny with an almost frightening amount of gusto. And when he was done, he said, "Very interesting. It's like one of those locked room mysteries."
Sounds like he's in the wrong line of work. Yeah, we had said that already. I think Apollo had that thought earlier. Empty chair. Miss Faye was apparently tied to this chair. Let's take a closer look. We should try to cover every single possible... Wait, every angle possible here. My bad. Slide the touchscreen, or use the circle pad to look around carefully in this area. Poor Miss Faye. She must have been tied up to this chair.
I can't imagine how much her backside must hurt after sitting here for so long.
Would have been torture for you, I bet. I mean, you don't know how to sit still.
If by that you mean I like to stay active, then I have to agree with you. I bet you didn't know, but I happen to be a bit of an escape artist myself. Trucy showed me how to do her rope escape trick.
Uh-huh. And why would you bother learning something like that?
Because there's always... Because we're always getting into trouble when working cases with Mr. Wright. So I thought it might come in handy someday.
Well, I guess you're right about that. Miss Faye could have definitely used that knowledge.
That's right. So now you just sit right here and we'll get started.
What in the world gave you the idea I wanted to learn? It's like, let me tie you up. A little bit of blood. Look, there's a blood stain on one of the chair legs.
Really? Hey, you're right. I completely missed that.
Let's move the chair so we can check under it. There's more blood under the chair leg.
I wonder what it's doing there. I have some luminol here. Why don't you do some testing around it?
Like somebody tried to clean blood. Let's go up. Yep, get a good angle on it. Okay, what about on the chair? Hope you got plenty of luminol, girl.
Look. Dude, I didn't spray any lumen all over there, damn. That shit worked good. Somebody went behind the curtain. From the chair. The bloodstain leads all the way to the sarcophagus.
Emma, is this Minister Inga's blood? Hold on 1 second. Huh? That's strange. I didn't get a match.
So then, whose blood is it? Knowing Emma, she's got endless luminol. Yeah, for sure she does.
She's kind of like, oh, I got a whole freaking 24 pack here if you want some more.
Dirk and Miss Faye weren't wounded as far as we know.
And the blood's been wiped up by someone for some reason.
Yeah, that's strange too. Mysterious blood stain added to the court record. An unidentified blood stain from Amara's tomb. It was already wiped up and does not belong to the victim. That's really weird. What a strange piece of evidence. I think we're done here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Nothing particularly interesting. Yep, my bad. Trying to hit back. Okay, we got this broken ass monk. One of the statues is broken. Let's take a closer look. Oh, damn it, I missed it. There it is. The Magatama. It's a Magatama, I think. Did it come from the broken statue?
Look, Apollo, there's another one. But the other statues have only one each.
Hey, you're right. Maybe this statue was special or something. This thing's more splintered than statue now.
The bullet from the victim's gun did a real number on it. Seems like something you'd get cursed for, you know?
In Minister Inga's case, in Minister Inga's case, I say getting your ticket punched and curses. Damn it! In Mr. Inga's case, I say getting your ticket punched is curse enough. Whew! I don't know why I could say that.
Yeah, but don't curses extend to the afterlife?
You need to stop taking what Nayuta says so seriously.
I'm perfectly capable of thinking for myself.
What this thing? Look, there's a bullet here.
It's from the pistol the victim was carrying. My guess is he tried to shoot his attacker, but missed, and the bullet ended up here. We've already determined the rifling marks to be a match to his gun. Rifling marks? Aren't those... Oh, shall I explain? The science behind it is absolutely fascinating.
No, we're good.
Lawyers. I think they're so smart.
You do realize we can hear you. There's something shiny down there. It's a pendant.
There's blood on it. I wonder who it belongs to. All we know is it's not the victim's. No one in the royal family recognized it.
Emma, did you lift any fingerprints from it?
I did, but I wasn't able to get a clean one.
That's too bad.
But the blood turned out to be the victim's.
That means it must have fallen here in the course of the murder. It might be Dirk's. Should ask him about it later. Okay. That's all we got here. A baby on a lotus blossom? That's one strange painting.
Apparently that's part of a mural depicting the life and times of Queen Amara. You know, like a storyboard or something.
So that baby's supposed to be Amara?
This one depicts Amara preaching to the faithful.
It's hard to put into words, but I've never seen anything like it. Let's see. The next one is... Is that Dirk? Why does he have horns?
My best guess is it depicts the first time Amara and Dirk met.
So he's supposed to be some kind of demon who's seducing her?
Well, he was successful since they got married after that.
The mural continues on the opposite wall. Guess this is where Inga collapsed when he died. Better take a closer look. So this is the murder weapon. Emma, did you find any prints on it?
Yep, and they were super clear. They belonged to one Dirk Stadmati.
That's not good. Were there any others?
There was one more print from another individual, but it was too smudged to identify. It's probably an old print from someone else who had handled the knife.
Oh. Yet another piece of unhelpful info to add to our ever-growing pile. I wonder if this is Inga's cell phone.
It should be. His fingerprints are all over it.
Do you know if he talked to anyone recently?
There were a few calls logged between him and his underlings. They're all members of the secret police who were directly under the minister's control. You mean like spies?
I don't think they're quite... I don't think that's quite it. So the minister was armed, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's a 4-shot pistol. He had it for self-defense, apparently. But it won't be firing anything anytime soon.
Huh?
He was carrying a broken gun around for show? No, we recovered one bullet here. Which means the gun probably broke as the minister fired his last round. Thing is, the gun's chambers are all empty. Yet that one bullet is the only bullet we could find.
That is strange. Where did the other 3 go?
Maybe Dirk ate them.
We can ask the next time we see him. Just be ready for his predictably shocking answer. They've already taken the body away. It's kind of sad how familiar I've become with body outlines.
I have a photo of the body if you're interested. He was stabbed right in the back. The poor guy was practically skewered. What's he wearing on his arms? Those are the cuffs of justice. Seems to be a tradition here for the Minister of Justice to wear those forearm cuffs.
They look like they're made of a thick fabric, so I guess they aren't for protection.
Maybe they're for keeping his sleeves out of the way when handling documents.
Yeah, that's probably their original purpose. But over the years, the reason for wearing them was probably forgotten. So now they're just one of many traditional things that people do without knowing why.
Oh, I get it. Kind of like the way you roll up your sleeves, huh?
Or your psychology.
If we're going there. I happen to know why I started, thank you very much.
Crime scene photo. A photo of Inga's body. He was stabbed in the back with a knife. That's all we got here now.
Is this supposed to be the Amara channeling a spirit?
It looks like the spirit of some country's sultan or something. And she seems to be conveying something to his retainers.
She's on fire.
This must be Amara's assassination as allegedly carried out by Dirk. They really made him look evil.
This is the weirdest one of all.
Is that supposed to be Dirk facing his punishment in the afterlife? Anyway, I guess that's the last one.
I guess we're supposed to see this as a happy ending.
Yeah, except nobody came out of this story happy. This is the grape juice Inga was drinking. He was probably nervous before his meeting with Dirk. Did they do the grape juice thing again where they changed it to, instead of wine, it's always grape juice? That's so funny. I remember they did that with the Edgeworth investigations, or did they make fun of that with the Edgeworth investigations? Because that was a fan translation. I don't remember. It's just funny that they do that. Someone had fun drawing him shirtless, yeah.
So he drank grape juice? I'm not seeing the logic here.
Mr. Wright told me all about it when he was hospitalized a few years ago. He said grape juice has something in it that helps you relax.
Really? Are you sure he was talking about regular, plain old grape juice? Because it sounds like he was talking about the fermented variety.
Yeah, about wine. Okay, so they're talking about it like that. That's funny. No, he couldn't have meant that. I mean, we're talking about a medical facility. They wouldn't be allowed something like that in.
Right. Let's just leave it at that.
Nah, dude, grape juice. It's always grape juice, right? Was there anything else from this angle we needed to see? I think we've seen it all. No stone left unturned. Oh, no, there was something. Oh, this other thing of ashes. Something else here? Nope. Okay. Can we present anything to Emma or anything? So I presented the button to Emma.
Oh, you must need my forensic expertise. Just leave it to me.
Oh, actually, I was wondering if you could see anything strange about this.
Oh.
Why isn't she saying anything? Oh, okay, she's got nothing to say. Okay. Damn, I thought we could do something with that. I mean, she already told us that she checked for prints on the pendant and stuff too. Did I find everything? If I talked to Emma. I talked to her about everything. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, sorry. Let me see here. Just want to make sure I found everything before we move on. Sparking object, we got that. Pink butterfly pendant. Got the gemstone, green object, incense burner, sarcophagus, keyhole. The chair. The chair once more. Examine the rope. You spotted the right to explain the blood stain on the chair on the floor. Mysterious blood stain. Examine the curtains on the sarcophagus, and I'll tell you that there's no killer behind them. Examine the paintings on the wall. Examining the paintings on this wall now. Examine the table at the far end of the screen. Goes drinking grape juice while waiting for examine the blood stains on the sarcophagus. Even the white outline, the knife, the phone, the gun. White outline. Yeah, I think I got all that. I must have missed something, because yeah, we're not moving to the next thing, because she's supposed to tell us to leave. Emma asked the pair to leave the tomb. So there's something I missed, but out of all this, it feels like what did I miss? I got all of that. What if I just leave? No, yeah, it's not acting like we're moving on here. Okay, so what did I miss? There was something in the fine print here. Talk to Emma, the incident. Dirk into the tomb. Inga's autopsy report. Okay, let's go over everything. Got the founder portrait. We clicked on that. Let's examine the sarcophagus. Examine the keyhole. The keyhole. Damn it, stop doing that, Apollo. Sorry. Back. Okay, so that's the keyhole. Explains about me. Go back and examine the incense burner. Oops. Which was this, right? I found the only thing that was in here. Okay. Same the green object. We've found gemstones on the court record. Go back to examine statues left and right. The ones on the left don't really have something special, but when examining ones on the right, Apollo points out that one of them is broken. We can see clear from here. Turn to the left. So then it's saying that you would look over here, check mark, because we saw that. So then we're gonna go. Yes, we were going to the left, so we could see those statues. And then it's talking about the broken statue. Which we've got here. So I'm going to give you a better view. Examine the Magatamas. So we did that. Check mark. sorry, let's see. Thomas, Paul, Athena. Come on, how weird. Examine the bullet at the top. It's from Inga's bullet. You probably missed it. Examine the sparkling object. Pink pendant. Pink butterfly pendants added to the court record. Zoom out and examine the door. Paul asks about the possibility of someone hiding behind the curtain. Once again, Emma brings up the door. Okay, this might be what I missed. The door? Oh, this door? Ah, yeah, there we go. There's a spy miss. Damn. Whew, just gotta go through it, dude. Someone could have hid behind these curtains.
Here, I'll go give it a try. Well, can you tell I'm hiding here?
No, I can't tell at all. That's it. That's the perfect hiding place.
We did it, Apollo. We solved the case. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the royal guards searched the tomb high and low right after they stormed in. And they said no one else was in here besides Minister Inga, Dirk, and Miss Faye.
Well, back to the drawing board, I guess.
My brilliant deduction destroyed in 3 sentences.
I think we covered just about everything. Maybe we should go over what we've learned so far.
For starters, we're dealing with a locked room murder. But instead of the tomb being locked, it was being cordoned off by the royal guard. And after the murder, no one was found to be hiding inside.
Right. In addition, we also know that Dirk's fingerprints are all over the murder weapon.
The curtain around the sarcophagus was drenched in the victim's blood on one side. The blood must have also gotten on the killer when they stabbed the minister from behind.
Dirk had blood on him when the victim was first discovered. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember what happened. This is not good.
So what we know so far is things couldn't be worse for our case, and that's still an understatement somehow.
Yeah, it's looking pretty grim.
Oh, if you two are done here, I'll have to ask you to leave. Go on, scoot.
Something wrong, Emma? Why are you trying to give us the boot?
It's just easier if you're not here when His Imperial Holiness arrives. Ah.
Speak of the devil.
But Prosecutor Sanmari.
Detective Sky, it seems you've spoken at length with these 2 lawyers. I do hope you've also kept an eye on them.
Yes, of course. Like a hawk. They didn't touch a single thing.
Give a lawyer an inch and they'll take a mile. Never forget that. There's that look of disgust again. Hey, Nayuta. Do you really believe that Dirk's guilty? And are you seriously going to prosecute this case? I mean, he's your father. You were once part of the Defiant Dragons, weren't you? Hey, Nayuta, wait! I said wait! Come on, Athena, after him.
Huh? Oh, right behind you.
Okay, so we're going after him. May 18th, Garan Palace, royal residence. Nayuta, would you stop already? What do you want? It's about Dirk. Would you please hear me out? I fail to see why I should. Now,
if you'll excuse me. Nayuta! Are you afraid of what I might have to say? If not, then there's no harm in listening, right? Very well. Speak. But make it quick. There is much I must do. Why does everything have to be so difficult with you? Prosecuting Dirk. How could you? So I know you'll be prosecuting Dirk's case, but aren't there any other prosecutors in this country? Why does it have to be you? Her Eminence, Queen Garan personally requested that I serve as the prosecutor. She did? That would make it hard to say no. Her Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutorial skills. Still, she didn't have to ask you to handle a case against your own father. Be honest. You really don't want to do this, do you? You speak of love and sentiment. I guess so. I do not deny such human emotions. But the law is the law. And placing personal feelings above it is beyond reprieve. Do you disagree? Well, no, I don't disagree, but civilizations only exist due to the confines of the law. Without them, love and sentiment would lack the fertile soil they need to flourish. Do you disagree? No, but the law must be obeyed. This truth sits above all else, including personal feelings. Therefore, whether or not I am the son of the accused is of no consequence. It is that simple. Or would you say otherwise? But...
Come on, Apollo. Tell him how wrong he is.
But don't you know, wish it wasn't that way? It appears I've wasted my breath on you.
And the winner is Prosecutor Sadmati.
Still spewing empty words devoid of meaning or consequence, I see. You putrid red pepper. I know I'm right. Did he have to be so eloquent about his point? It's like he's trying to cover something up with his pretty words.
Apollo, I'd cut back to the debates with him if I were you.
I'd cut back on the debates.
Just stick to questions like the one you wanted to ask.
Okay. Who Dirk cares about? Now, Yuta, I wanted to ask you about that hostage situation. Inga said he had someone dear to Dirk in the palm of his hand. And he was using that person, along with his hostage, as leverage in obtaining the orb. That's news to me. Well, that's what Inga said. You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye. My FA ain't my only, how shall I say, insurance. You know, Dirk? What? I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do, right? Glad you're seeing things my way. I got the impression Dirk had no choice but to follow Inga's demands after he heard that. So who do you suppose this special person is? I wouldn't know. My bracelet is reacting. Hey, Nayuta, About what you just said. Oh, he's using his prosecutor jutsu, dude. Ow, 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 ouch! My bracelet's crushing my wrist! Youch, that really hurts. What the heck's going on? I'm wise to your tricks, you putrid pepper. That bracelet reacts to the anxieties of the people around you by squeezing your wrist. Now that I know how it works, I can make it tighten around your wrist anytime I wish. Consider this a warning. I don't know how he did it, but this renders my bracelet useless. Such devilry is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessings.
Looks like your special power won't work against Prosecutor Sadmati, Apollo. We'll have to try something else.
You're right. We'll just have to ask Dirk about this. It appears you intend to go through with a trial you have no hope of winning. Grow up, Mr. Justice. We are no longer children, you and I. I'm not the one who needs to grow up, Nayuta. In case you didn't hear, I won my last case against none other than Mr. Wright.
You tell him, Apollo.
Is he mad? I can never tell with him. This trial is different. Your foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal. And those who die as criminals are doomed to be reborn in the next life as something lower than a bug or a vegetable. You would be lucky to return in this realm as a patch of mold. Mold? That's pretty harsh. If you wish to avert such a fate, abandon this folly before it is too late. I don't care if I end up as a dollop of blue cheese dressing in my next life. I'm going to defend Dirk in court. You fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accused with all of my might, no matter what you say or do. Consider yourself forewarned. Now, if you will excuse me.
Prosecutor Sadmati knows his father will be publicly executed if he's found guilty. Yet he won't show even an ounce of mercy.
Nayuta, is this the real you? Have you really changed? Do you really plan on sending Dirk to his death? Do you even hear me? Don't Dirk and I matter to you anymore? And there we go. There's a to be continued. Nice. It's a good episode, man. It's gonna be a long investigations section. Save game, yes. Well, that was fun. That brings us to the end of the stream. But thank you to everybody for hanging out tonight. Thank you, Togepi and Ice, for chatting me up. Appreciate you guys. Let me go ahead and do my little save states here before we go. All right, so yeah, next stream I'll be doing is on Monday. I'll be continuing on with some more Phantom Liberty, Cyberpunk 2077. And then after that, I'll be here on Wednesday again for the next episode of this Ace Attorney. Maybe some other streams will be in there. We'll see. But either way, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week and a wonderful night or day, whatever time of day this is for you. And we'll see you next time. So bye-bye, my lovelies. Night, great stream. Thank you, Togepi. You have a good night as well. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.